Hi, my name is Brendan Drake. I'm a PE teacher in Baltimore. Today we're in my hometown of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. I'm here to interview my mother about her exercise patterns, and I will introduce you to her shortly. Hey, Mom, I need to ask you some questions.
Okay, Brian.
All right, Mom, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, my name's Janet Drake, and I am a mother of two. I am also own my own physical therapy practice, and I am a certified yoga instructor, mainly teaching people with chronic pain conditions.
Awesome. And why are you physically active? Why do you do yoga?
I've been doing yoga for over 15 years, um, mainly because I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 20 plus years ago and found that yoga helps me with my mind, my stress level, my physical activity level. Also helps me with my weight to kind of get my weight managed as well.
Awesome. In addition to yoga, what other activities do you participate in?
Well, I've always been physically active as a youngster, or I should say, like a high school. I was a in the track on the track and field team. I was a shot put and discus thrower as well as javelin thrower. So I've always had some type of activity in my life. Through college, pretty much elliptical, treadmill type activities, stretching, and have been through step aerobics, the whole gamut of health fitness, going to a health club. At this time of my life, having no children at home, running my own business, I find doing my elliptical here in the house in the basement 3 to 4 days a week, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how much time I have that day, followed by stretching and strengthening exercises for my core as well as my extremities because I use my hands a lot as a physical therapist. And I do teach 2 yoga classes a week, and I take one class, sometimes two a week, at a studio. And then I also like to walk as much as I can, and do that a lot, mainly with traveling.
Now, I heard you mention the elliptical. Do you think it's important to keep um, weight off of your joints? Is that why you use the elliptical as opposed to like a treadmill?
I like the elliptical better, yes, because of the weight off my joints, and also I have a lower back condition that is kind of a issue if I do too much weight bearing, um, as far as too much walking or hard surface. And treadmill would, some of that, it's just not my thing. I like the elliptical better.
Great. Hey, Mom, how do your family and friends react to your physically active lifestyle? Doing yoga on the weekends and exercising on your elliptical on almost a daily basis. How do your friends and family react to that?
Well, I think from a young age, you and your brother knew that I needed to go in the basement to do my elliptical and to stretch so that I would feel better, um, in the sense of mind, body, and spirit, because I would follow that with some meditation as well. Um, as far as friends, I think I'm kind of like a little bit of a role model for some of my friends. They have tried yoga, not that they've all stuck with it, but they've tried it. So my business partner, she knows when we go on conferences that I'm always going to try to head to the gym if we have time. So I will get up early, get myself right out of bed, right downstairs to the hotel gym, and try to get the elliptical in and some stretching, some neural mobilization exercises so that I am ready to go for the day. So I think, no one's really ever said, oh, I'm so proud of you or whatever that you're active, but I think they just know for me to feel like a whole person that I exercise is just part of my routine and my lifestyle.
Great. Where can mature people in your community be active?
Well, that's a good question. Our area is pretty affluent, and as a physical therapist, I am always trying to get my patients to be more active, as we know that's going to make them healthier and feel better. So in our area, we have some adult active communities in general that people are living in 55 over, and they have classes and gyms there. So that's one thing. The other is the YMCA has a lot of classes for older folks, talking more, someone who's not active like myself in their 50s needs someplace to start as well. And then they can carry through to that into their 60s and 70s. Also, adult community, or I guess they're called adult communities, that they offer like Tai Chi classes, which I often recommend people to go to. And then also we have natural or state parks here, so people can just walk a trail. So there's plenty of places. It's just people have to be able to know where to look for them, and also have the belief that just because as they're getting older doesn't mean they have to become more sedentary.
Now, do you think that mature people are sometimes ignored when they take an exercise class?
I think it depends on the class. If it's definitely geared towards the older population, no. If they're just going to a general class, and this is just a general observation of what people have told me, if they just go to a general class and they're really not comfortable, sometimes they could be ignored, or they're not being pushed, or they're being overcorrected or undercorrected with their technique. So it's kind of dependent on where they're taking the class and who's teaching the class.
Now, what about money-wise? Is it expensive for a senior citizen to get a membership to a gym or a yoga studio or something like that?
Well, that's variable as well. I mean, exercise, being active can just be free. I mean, you can just go to the state parks, you can walk in your neighborhood, you can use a video at home. So it could be nothing, or it could be a full membership. I know some of the memberships in some of the clubs around here can be pretty pricey, up into the $400 or $500 a year. So I think within any means and what people need, it's affordable.
Great. What kind of things do you think prohibit mature individuals from participating in physical activities?
Well, it would really be their belief system, or people around them's belief system, that because you're getting older, you shouldn't exercise because you might fall, or you're going to have more pain, or you're going to injure yourself. But that's just a belief system, and then we know in our research that I'm involved with, that's not true. I mean, it's that person's belief system, and they need those things to prevent themselves from having falls, getting injured, and also having pain.
All right, great. Is there any reason that you believe a mature person shouldn't do a physical activity because of their age?
No, I think everybody should try to do a new activity. There's nothing wrong with that. And if it's a new activity, they just need to find a baseline and don't push themselves too hard, but push themselves a little bit. Because lack of activity will just lead to weakness and balance problems, will enhance bone loss, give them depression, mood changes, weight gain, and pain and loss of endurance. And mature people need to continue to be active on a daily basis.
Great. Well, thank you for doing this interview with me. So since you're a yoga teacher, can you show me some of your favorite yoga moves?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, so we're back outside. My mom's going to show us some of her favorite yoga moves on her yoga mat. Let's see what she has. All right, here we are. And what is this position called?
Warrior 2.
She said it's called the Warrior 2. Excellent.
Triangle.
All right, I I just wanted to thank my mom, Janet, for doing this interview. And as you heard her talk about in the interview, it's important for mature adults to stay active all the way through their lifetime. Don't limit themselves to um, what they can do. And just want to say thank you.